Well, today's video is going to be a fun one. It's going to stir up the comment section. Almost certainly going to do that, yeah. But we're going to do it anyway. Might take a little longer than my normal video, but we're going to trudge through this, and I believe the comment section will be on fire even before the video is over. The leaves are falling. Well, it's supposed to. It's fall. That's what they do in the fall. The leaves fall because it's windy. And the wind, the reason we have wind is so that the leaves fall. Yeah. And in the spring we have it so that it blows the leaves out of here so that the grass can grow. Anyway, let's get on to the video and just shut up, Mike. Hey, I checked out a new store today that I've never been to called 10 Box. Man, I got big rolls of ground beef, 10-pound rolls for $28. I bought 5 pounds of it at Aldi for $27, so I hope it tastes all right. We'll have to see, but I got to divvy all that up here in a minute after this video. So anyway, what we're going to talk about today is that leaf falling. No. Myths and conspiracy theories. I want to talk to you about things people actually believe. I see it in the comments all the time on various subjects that I do, that I make videos on. People believe a certain way. They tell me don't do this, this will do this to you, and don't do that, that will do that to you. So I got a whole list here of things that I put together, and I'm going to let you know what I think of them. If I believe in them, or I don't have an opinion yet, or I'm open to it. We'll just say that. Let's get into it. We're going to start out with government, space, and science. Let me fix this where the camera's not moving every time I move. Okay. It's one of them cameras that follow me. Everything follows you today. The moon landing was faked. Do you believe if the moon landing was real or faked? I'm kind of leaning towards that it was faked. I just am. Because why haven't we went back since? Did they discover something that terrified them if they went? It seems to me that, you know, the technology of the time wasn't there. And they just kept, I don't know. But on the other hand, why would they keep doing it and keep filming this? You know, they say that they faked it so that they could top the Russians. The Russians were going to beat us to it. We really will never truly know, I guess, until the files are opened up on that. But I'm kind of saying I'm open to either way there. That's a tough one. Did they have the technology at the time to film that and fake it? Certainly did. You know, there was just some things in it that were weird. But I'm open to either one. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you believe about the moon landing. The flat earth theory. Peace, there are some people that believe the earth is flat. I don't believe it is. I'm sorry. Because, you know, when they went to the moon, they shined cameras on the earth, and it clearly shown that it was round. Oh, wait a minute. If the moon landing was faked, then those images from the earth could be faked. Okay, I see a correlation here. Well, no, I don't believe the earth is flat. Although that's something we have to take others' words for, unless you got your own flying saucer. Now, I have been a pilot. I have flown an airplane, and I do know that as you get higher, you can kind of see the curvature of the earth, which tells me it's round. So if I was to dig straight down, would I actually get to China? That'd be a lot of digging. The Mandela effect. A lot of people believe in the Mandela effect, and I kind of think there's something to that. Especially one where they show that Ford had a little, or let me look at my truck. It's odd, so I don't get them mixed up. the Ford emblem had a certain squiggly line on there. I can't tell if we got the squiggly line now or not, but either way, I could have swore, I think it has the squiggly line in the F, on the little cross on the F, but there are so many thousands of people that swear it never had that. I may have these backwards, but that's one until it was brought up, I always thought it was just a straight line across. And what's the other one? Groups of people remembering events like the Bernstein Bears or whatever them are. I don't even know who them dudes are. Or thinking Mandela, the reason it's named for, they thought he died in prison. I thought he died in prison, you know. So that's one I'm open to believing. Yeah. How can we work that into the moon landing? Could that be the Mandela effect? We all thought that they landed on the moon? Yeah, we can include that. Chemtrails. Okay, here we go. This one's going to stir up the comments big time. Many people believe that airplanes, you probably might even be seeing them behind me, airplanes are spraying chemicals. Commercial planes, passenger planes, military planes are spraying chemicals on us. Do I believe in that? Do I think that's true? No, I don't believe in that. I don't think that's what's going on. Again, I flew a plane. I know there is a certain trail that your plane will emit. Okay, that's part of, when you get up there, the air is thinner, the air is colder. If you drive your car in cold weather, you will see the exhaust plume. Same thing with an airplane. I don't think they're spraying chemicals, because who would order that? They would have to be breathing in those chemicals as well, right? I don't believe in chemtrails. That is something that you would have to prove me wrong. At least prove to me that that's happening. Now, yes, they do crop dusting, things like that, but do I think they're poisoning us with, I don't know. I don't think so. That's my opinion. Don't get all mad and click off the video and unsubscribe, because I don't believe the way you do, okay? I'm not going to have all the same opinions as you, and you over there in the rocking chair with that smirk on your face. You're over there just rocking. Oh, you got knitting needles or something in your hand? Stop it. Just watch the video. HAARP, weather control. The U.S. government allegedly using HAARP to manipulate weather and cause disasters. I would say if any country was doing this, it would not be the U.S. I don't know what the motive would be. I do believe that the government is toying with weather, and and if anything affects the weather, it's probably on accident at our cost. But to purposely manipulate weather to wipe out a certain people, to do whatever, that was a big deal with Hurricane Katrina. They were saying it was the government. Man, all through history, we get bad weather, we get bad storms, we get earthquakes, we get all these things. I don't think anybody has progressed that much yet that they can manipulate it. Now, they are, and they're admittedly, there are programs that can seed the clouds for rain. Maybe these programs are doing it. I do know the weather has just been horrific the last decade or so. It just can't rain here without being monsoons every time, and bad wind and bad storms. I've rode out my fair share of these. So I'm open on that one. That's where I'll just leave it there. I'm open on that one, but I'm not gonna get on everybody's videos and accuse the government of manipulating weather for one reason or another. The simulation theory. A lot of people believe that we're living in a simulation. Well, it would have to be very sophisticated for me to believe it. I mean, if we were a simulation, how do we feel pain? How do we feel emotions? How could that be programmed into a living being? People claim they see glitches in the Matrix. A lot of these things you see videos on are camera glitches. I've seen things like in the dog apartment on my cameras that look like a ghost. I swear, I've sat there one day and I'm looking, that is a ghost for sure. And I go in there and it's a spider in a web that somehow was making the camera react to where it looked like a cloud of something. And that's all it was. I vacuumed the dude up and it was gone. So I don't think we're in a simulation. No, I don't buy that one at all. And I have Christian beliefs that, believe that God made us. So if I was to say we are in a simulation, we're in God's simulation. So maybe we are. We're in his simulation. The hollow earth theory. Believers claim that there is a civilization living in the earth. Man, I don't know. With everything going on today, I'm open to that one. It's totally possible. They're saying things have happened. Credible people have witnessed things in the Antarctica and in the oceans. Military officers, submarine crews have seen things that we can't explain. Things going so fast in the water that it is not going to be our technology. So I'm open to that. We've only been on this planet a short amount of time compared to the age of the planet. So that one I'll say I'm open to. All right, now, well, we're getting on that subject. Let's go on to alien and secret society theories. Area 51 and aliens. What do you think's going on there? Well, I am kind of open to the idea of aliens, but I'm one of them guys, just like, I have to see things to believe it. And, you see so many things on YouTube and TikTok, all these places that are AI, you don't know what to believe anymore. The thing about humans is, even if we see something, it takes a lot for us to believe in it. So I would be open to that. I honestly think there are other species in the universe other than us. It would be selfish to say that we were the only planet with living critters on it, us being a critter. So I'm open to that. But as far as what they're doing something at Area 51 because you can't get near that place. But that's the military, man. The military, there's a lot of people that have been whistleblowers, but I think, the government and the military threatens lives if you talk. So there's probably a lot more to it than we're ever going to know. There's just some things we're never going to know, and that's probably one of them. The Roswell crash cover-up. Yes, I believe that was a real crash and a cover-up, even though I don't 100% believe in aliens here yet, because I haven't seen them with my own eyes. Because originally when this happened, they had reported that a UFO had crashed, and then they came out with a phony-looking cover story that it was a weather balloon. The one thing the government is terrible about is coming up with cover stories in a hurry. Weather balloon. This drone, the New Jersey drones last year, that they were ours and that they were authorized to fly over nuclear sites and airports and military bases. And then, so they're terrible at cover-ups. Yes, I believe something, whether it was aliens or not, something happened there they don't want us to know about, and it was covered up. Reptilian overlords. Shape-shifting reptilian beings secretly controlling governments. Now that one's a possibility, isn't it? Yeah. I seen a video last night where a political leader, he wasn't speaking in English, but his voice, I think it was on Casper site. Yep, it was on Casper site. His voice changed to like a demonic type voice more than once. It was on last night's episode. Go check it out. It's pretty freaky. I think us humans do a pretty good job of screwing things up, that we don't need reptilian overlords. But I guess, I don't believe in that one. I'll just say I don't believe in reptilian overlords. Yeah, because, well, I don't know, man. I don't know. We just don't know. The Illuminati, a secret elite controlling global politics and media. Yes, I believe there, I don't know if it's the Illuminati, but I believe there is a society that controls all. There's just been too many accounts of that to speak of, and somebody's doing it. Somebody is calling the shots. There has to be. So yes, I do believe in that one. Project Bluebeam, the idea that governments plan to fake an alien invasion to establish a one world order. I don't really buy that because all the governments would have to be in on it. And we as a world do not get along with each other. So the chances of you getting all the big governments in on something like that are pretty slim. And if you did, somebody's going to talk. We're going to find out pretty soon because they're saying it's supposed to happen this month or by December. So we'll find out. If a big, alien spaceship comes, I think we'll fire weapons upon it, and we'll find out soon enough if it's a projection or not. So we'll see, but I don't really believe in it. I'm just gonna, but would it surprise me? No, wouldn't surprise me. Ancient aliens built the pyramids. And I believe there's more pyramids than those, and they're saying there's some in the Antarctica. They've shown where those possibly are. I don't know about aliens, but I would be more, I would tend to believe maybe there were societies that were advanced like our society, if we're even advanced, that lived on this earth before we did. And so that would have technology to build something like that. There's a lot of things that are built on this planet that they couldn't duplicate today. But that doesn't mean there wasn't another human society here before that maybe was even more further advanced than what we are now. So I don't know. I can't say I don't believe it, and I can't say I'm open to it. I'm just going to leave that one hang right there. Health and hidden truths. Now, with the videos I do, I get a lot of these in the comments of what people believe. So I'm going to let you know what I really believe and what I don't know, or what I'm open to. Cures for cancer are being hidden. The idea that pharmaceutical companies suppress natural cures. 100% believe that. And you know that's true. They probably have found, and I said this yesterday, I think, or the video, yesterday I think I did. I guarantee you they've found cures for just about everything that makes us suffer, but greed suppresses that. You're never going to see a cure for cancer. You're never going to see a cure for a lot of these things that we have been suffering for years because they can't make money off cures. So 100% I believe that has been going on for a long time. And, it's just a shame that people have gotten that greedy in society that they would choose letting people die over their bank accounts. And that's exactly what's happening. Fluoride mind control claims that fluoride in tap water is used to dull critical thinking. Man, something's doing it because people's getting dumber. Yeah. In the big cities, yep, I believe that could, look what happened yesterday. They elected that communist dude in New York. There's something in their water for sure. Oh, you know it. That one, yes. I think I might believe that without believing it. But I'm open to that one. They're doing something in the water because people's getting weird. All right, this is the big one. This is the one that will get the comments probably the most. Vaccines and microchips. constantly hear that, well, they're doing this because of the vaccine. They took the shot. They took this and that. With the past thing that happened 5 years ago, man, they didn't have much time to develop those. And, you know, I just don't think it's been long enough to really even have any kind of data on that, if they're even studying that. We're going to find out years down the road, but, you know, is it the stuff in the water? We're never real. That's another thing we're really never going to know. And if they find out that it was doing things to people, they're not going to tell you. So worrying about that for the rest of your life, pointless. And just remember, the next time the pandemic comes, and there will be more, there's going to be many more of these coming. So it is a learning experience for a lot of us. My best advice is stay away from people. When that was going on, I don't really worry. We didn't have that many cases of it in my area. I would go shopping early in the morning. I'd be the first ones in the store when nobody was in there. I'd get my stuff and I'd get out and I'd stay home. And I went out very little. I didn't get around people. And yeah, so that one, and microchips, ain't nobody ever putting no microchip in me. They just ain't gonna do it. You know, and that's in the Bible, the mark of the beast, all this. So I guess I'll worry about that when it happens, when they're starting to do it. 5G radiation. The theory that 5G networks are causing harm to manipulate behavior. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't really know enough about it to comment on it, but I'd be open to that. But I think that's kind of, if it's true, because everybody's got 5G now. It's a genius move on somebody's part if they're manipulating us. They are manipulating us through our devices that are 5G. Yep. So maybe it is true. Historical and cultural mysteries. Where are we at? Where's my glasses, man? Nah, it's just going to be a long one, guys. We'll wrap it up quickly here. Historical and cultural mysteries. The lost city of Atlantis. Is it real or could it be buried? Was it a real thing in the ocean somewhere? You know, the ocean, so much of that is unexplored. I'm open to that there was a lost civilization that is lost. Probably more than one. You look at old maps. There are real documented old maps that show land masses that they're not here anymore. So yes, that one there could be true. The JFK assassination. I do believe the CIA had their hand in it. Will we ever know anything about it? No. They're never going to let that information come out. Never. So talking about it is useless, but I do believe it was more than just Lee Harvey Oswald, whatever. I worked with I had a boss named Ostwald, so that's why I said that. I know how to say Oswald. The death of Paul McCartney. Did he really die? Last I heard, he's still playing music. Denver airport conspiracy. The airport supposedly hides a secret underground base for the elite. Now, I lived in Denver, and I flew out of Denver many times, and it is out there in the middle of nowhere. And it took them a long time to build that, dude. So I would be open to that. I got to get the page turned, man. All right, we only got a couple left. Psychological and modern myths. Time travelers on TikTok. Self-proclaimed travelers from the future showing proof. I haven't seen myself come back in time, and well, yes, I had some videos where Mike from the past came. Yeah. I don't know, time travel, although, who's that, Einstein said it's possible? I don't know. I'm open to that one. I can't say one way or if I believe it or not. Here's one that ought to get some comments stirred up. Celebrities faking their deaths. Elvis, Tupac, and others supposedly still alive. Well, Elvis was born in 1935. What would that put him? About 95 years old? I'd say chances are good he's finally dead. I did see him in Kmart, Michigan one time. Yeah. But he was just a husband of a woman that owned a bar who was an impersonator. I also lived in Vegas and seen Elvis all the time there. No, I believe Elvis died. Drug overdose, what they said. They said he died on the toilet. He was constipated so bad, his body just couldn't take it anymore. But if you go back and look at some footage of him in his last years, you're going to know he was not doing well and didn't have long. He knew he didn't have long. So yes, I think Elvis is dead. Tupac, I don't know anything about Tupac. I don't listen to Tupac kind of music. But they were involved in some gangbang activity, so yes, he's probably dead too. He wasn't famous as not like Elvis, so he wouldn't have any reason to fake his death. Andy Griffith's dead. I liked Andy Griffith. He died on my birthday. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I never give that info up. AI takeover already happening. Yep. I had a guy last week accuse my video of being AI. Can you imagine that? Accusing my video of being AI. I'll show you all my fingers. 10 of them. This one's even got a band-aid on them because I drove a piece of metal through it the other day. Blood was everywhere. I got roofing panels up there, blood all over it. So I got blood and guts into this house. Well, I guess that's it. Let me know what you believe in down in the comments. There are some other ones, I'm sure, that I didn't bring up that people believe. People believe in a lot of crazy things, man. But it seems to me the things that people are believing in, we're never going to be able to prove. Bigfoot. Nobody's really proved that there's a Bigfoot. Dogman. That's one that people talk about all the time, but I can tell you right now, there is a Dogman. He's on my other channel. I'll leave the link in the description, so go make sure you go check out Dogman. And we'll see you on the next one. Happy trails.